strings. This guitar, I actually, it's kind of a long story. When people are sitting down, I talk more, so I'm sorry. But that song I just play, it's Billy Gibbons' favorite song of ours. He always tells me every time I see him, that's the song. That's the song. And, but actually, one of the reasons I have this guitar, among many, years ago we did some shows with Billy, and we've done a bunch of shows with Billy. And but one time I was playing all his guitars, you know, at soundcheck. We were just playing stuff, you know. And he didn't like playing mine because my strings are real heavy. And his guitars all play like a dream. But he plays 7-gauge strings. If you're a guitar player, that's, you know, it sounds like a lie, but it's true. He has custom 7s made, you know. This one has 14s, some of them have 16s.
That means nothing to 99% of the people. Billies are thin and revs are thick, is what he's saying.
Yeah. Well, you know, his are the thinnest there are. Like they had to retool machines to make strings that thin. It's true.
Yeah.
That's
when you got that ZZ Top money,
you can
make shit like that.
You can say, hey Dunlop, retool your machines to make even thinner strings that anyone's ever used on a guitar before. But anyway, I got to play some of his guitars, and they were just so nice. And I said to Breezy, Breezy, I'd like to have just, you know, some nice guitars. I have a bunch of crap. I had a guitar tech that worked for me. My guitar tech Brian's way too nice to say this, but my guitar tech Darwin, he wouldn't mind me saying this either because he's crazy. He said, Rev, you have more shitty guitars than anyone I've ever worked with. He said, they're really bad. I said, yeah, I do. But anyway, not this one. I've always wrestled the music out of guitars like this, like $300 guitars. I have more $300 guitars than anyone on the planet. And the funny thing is, this one I'm picking it up, I'm telling guitar stories, Breeze, I'm sorry, I know. Breeze always like, don't talk, no one cares, play the song.
You guys know the deal. If you sit, he talks. This is what happens.
I'm sorry, but this guitar right here, let me tell you about it. So I paid $300 for this. I bought it at a car show in Iowa. And this is the one I'm holding on the cover of Vintage Guitar Magazine the first time they put me on the cover. And I figured that's probably the cheapest guitar ever been on the cover.
You know all these blues dentists and doctors. Not you, if you're one of them.
Yeah.
Of course.
They were like, what's that guitar?
Oh, these very expensive guitars were very upset.
That guitar's a piece of junk. And then I did this too. This is crazy. This is even crazier, right? So this has an original, Gibson made these pickups for Harmony in 1949. It's in 1949. So Gibson made these. It's a P14 or a P13, right? The precursor to the P90. And I hate it though. It sounds terrible. Love the guitar. Love playing it. Love the way it looks. Love the neck. Love everything about it. Hate that pickup. So I took a silver foil off of a 1963 Silvertone Silhouette, and I used 3M tape to stick it on there. And that's what you hear. It was the 1963 pickup, not the 1949. And I wired it together so I could push this and pull it, which this one right here. And I can switch between them.
This information is so interesting to you, Reverend Peyton.
I know.
This is galvanized steel, folks. It's handmade in Columbus, Ohio. Only American-made Washboard Company. We're going to go in all the details.
This song comes courtesy of our valuable, loyal Patreon supporters. If you're one of those at a certain level, you got this record mailed to you this year on a 45 RPM. It's our take on a LC Ulmer song, I've been rounding up girls all day.